Welcome to this Neuromeditation. Now, this visualization and space and time to connect with your heart, with your mind, with your subconscious mind, and with your superconscious mind is really to create unity to not only your voice, but that aspect of you that oftentimes feels disconnected or lost, or grieved deep inside your heart or inside of your gut with pain of not feeling seen or not being heard. And as you move through this guided visualization, I like to explain it like there's a tabletop. And on the top of that tabletop is that sensory belief that is attached to an emotion that is an energy in the body, which has all different types of pegs underneath that tabletop to hold it up. And just by assessing just one of those legs, we're able to address possibly far many legs underneath that tabletop of that emotional belief, holding it up. And we collapse many at one time. So just fall into trust as you follow my voice, feeling safe right here, right now, just breathing in and just softening and feeling your body just become heavy. And just trusting your subconscious mind that something amazing is about to happen. And I'd love for you to just close your eyes and think about a time when you've perhaps held yourself back. Maybe there's a time today or in the last week that you felt like something was off and you felt triggered, or perhaps you have ADHD, and sometimes we call this experience RSD, which is rejection sensitivity disorder, which really is just a disconnection from the unconscious mind and feeling integrated in your full power and expressing your voice. And just tapping into any time from the past when maybe you knew that you had something to say, or maybe you weren't sure what you had to say was valuable, but you desperately wanted to be seen, to be heard, yet you held back. Maybe you spoke, but you didn't fully express yourself. And just be in that moment right now and see what you see, hear what you hear when you are here, and feel that sense of being unseen or holding back. This feeling originates in one particular area in your body. And just imagine that you intuitively realize exactly where that begins in the body. And just simply bring your attention to that area. And just gently tell that energy and that feeling, I see you. And notice what feelings now may be arising. Maybe a sense of nervousness about being in this experience, doing this, and allowing the subconscious mind to show you. And as you gently move into that deeper feeling, now accessing through a screen and just seeing that in front of you, a memory, and allowing that memory to just bubble up a little bit more clearer now. And perhaps accessing that age that you were at in that memory, and seeing that visual, that screen in front of you. Just checking in with your body. Does it say yes? Whatever is here, you might just make some movement to help yourself feel a little bit more grounded, or just find a deeper sense of stillness here. And as you now bring this visual into your imagination, And just for this reason, right now, for just a short time of accessing this memory, when you notice yourself reacting, perhaps really strongly, when you were younger, when you were a child, to something that could possibly have triggered a kind of situation that you're in now, or a feeling or emotion that you're in now. And really bring yourself there to that time as you're seeing that screen, separate from the experience, way out there, knowing that anything that ever feels like too much, you can just move back just a little bit further, or even take a break. Just taking a deep breath in and turning that visual, maybe the light up just a little bit more, and seeing and feeling more access to that memory, allowing the subconscious mind to bring it forward, trusting that you're in the exact place, the exact right time. And just notice what it feels for you right now. Landing in that time, in that place, breathing into your body as it was. And perhaps you're by yourself or with a person or a number of people, whatever that memory is, just be in that situation now. And right away, right now, you're going to notice your body doing something in response to being where you are, outside of time and space now. Maybe there's a contraction, or perhaps even there's a wall that goes up between you and this screen over there, out there of this memory. Maybe there's a block that you feel somewhere in your body, perhaps in your stomach, or perhaps your throat. Just make a mental note of what you know. And just remembering that it's all okay. There's no right, there's no wrong anywhere in this process. And just notice now what your body feels like. And now notice what are some additional emotions out of that one emotion, that one core emotion. What other emotions are swirling around here as you're looking at this younger version of yourself, just really feeling into that situation? Empathy, frustration, grief, anger. Just breathing into that. What emotions are there? And do they live in a particular place in your body? And just breathing and giving them space now. Whatever you notice, just giving that more space, maybe even feeling and seeing the shape and the color, and just feeling that expanse of just moving all the particles around this feeling in your body, just creating more space in the body. Becoming aware of this constellation of feeling and body sensation. Perhaps it's fear. Just moving into it, knowing that you're going to come to the other side. And again, maybe noticing now a certain shape or a different color. And just really noticing this certain signature that's familiar. Familiar from perhaps even a longer time ago, and maybe even seeing that memory now. Attached to that memory, maybe a similar sensation floating way even before that sensation. Maybe, just maybe, if not, just moving in deeper into this younger version of you that you see in that screen. Now, just using the first impression that your brilliant and beautiful intuition shows you. Just asking your intuition to please show you any other times in your childhood where you felt that same kind of constellation of feelings or fluttering of sensations in your body. And if possibly bringing an attitude of open curiosity and almost this faithfulness and this deep resonance of childlike wonder. A childlike wonder that maybe you've never even felt before, that's full of expansion of your higher mind, your superconscious mind, now just looking down on that younger self and maybe a constellation of different experiences all bundled into one, into that familiar sensation in the body without thinking too much. Just go with your first impression of that deeper feeling. Now feel yourself standing really tall. Really tall as the strongest and most loving, compassionate, wise adult. That version of you, it is you. It is yourself. It is your superconscious self. Outside of time and space, and you're looking at this younger version or versions of you across the room now, or perhaps down, wherever you are seeing yourself on that screen, just looking at with the most loving curiosity from a respectful distance. We're not hugging them. We're just watching and noticing what body language it is, what it looks like. Sensing in your intuition, are they with another person now, or other people, or by themselves? How are they feeling? How is your younger self feeling? And if there's any more now intensity just coming up for you, just bring your full, compassionate support and just be with them. And knowing that this is available to you. And if it feels okay for you now, just really keep with it. And sometimes this can be the hardest thing to see. Continuing to look at what you're seeing and tapping into the unseen hologram of the energy in your soul that has been stored and locked into a memory. And now feeling the atoms becoming even more expansive. Seeing and feeling and sensing all of those emotions now fully understood, and floating any resources from your superconscious mind way out there into your younger self. Outside of time and space, what they may have needed, maybe a sense of comfort, maybe a sign of new understanding of a parent being unavailable, or a situation that was perceived wrong. It has nothing to do with you, but everything to do with your wise wisdom now integrating into the body, upgrading and infiltrating into that old feeling. That constellation now becoming swarmed with love and the color of beautiful, beautiful pink and blue, just to calm it down, and now bringing it into wrapped love. And just keep sending them love, whatever they're needing, whatever you're sensing they need, and see the body of that younger self and the constellation of selves filling up with more confidence, new understanding, wisdom, and self-compassion. And if you want to go just a little bit further, just asking them a question and just see if they have an answer. And if they don't, if they have no other needs that maybe need to be met, we're just going to give them just more loving, open presence. And one more time asking, what do you really need? Is there anything else that you need? And being patient to have an answer. And then maybe asking them, would you like me to meet this need for you? If there is anything left unsaid. And if they say yes, then go ahead and just see and sense outside of time and space where this type of love and depth doesn't even need a word. It is an energy, and feel yourself now just pouring that into that younger self, the energy, being fully fulfilled. And if they say no, they've got this, they understand now, they feel resolved, just offer them your loving presence, gratitude, and pride in how all states of the conscious and unconscious mind can come back into congruence. And feeling right in yourself and your soul, knowing now what was important and what's important moving forward. Just take a few more breaths, knowing that this is the beginning of a lifelong relationship, and it is not the last time that you may be needing to be with one another. Just feeling that younger you now, and all the visions and inner guidance of what you've heard and was shared is now complete, and feel the previous experience or trigger that you first now fully see and hear, and feel that sense of fulfillment. That soft, tender place is now growing in strength and understanding and maturity into its new and now used wisdom for an embodied relationship with yourself and your higher mind. Pure power and truth. And notice now that your body responds to that truth. You notice the pleasing sensation in your throat and the calm in your belly as this healing knowledge becomes embedded in all places that will allow you to speak, be seen, act, and be with clarity and confidence from now on. That's right. And as this beautiful light now, from all the way from the bottom of your feet, moves all the way through your body, and it becomes this deep, rich, nourishing indigo blue, radiating now all the way up to the center of your head, creating an awakening as you realize that you can trust yourself to speak your truth, as you become aware of the deeper truth of who you really are. Your divinity. You are awakening to your innate worthiness to trust your intuition, to sense it in the body, and to speak your truth. Because you are even now imagining all the times in the future where you will speak boldly and clearly. Just feeling this beautiful color, almost like a beautiful color of a rainbow that's a light radiating inside of the body, clearing all aspects of all 7 chakras, circulating full energy now that is harmonious to all parts of the mind, body, and spirit, aligned and nourishing and filling your ability to speak your truth, to know your worthiness. And I'm curious about what this will look like now that when you're fully present in your body, when those old constellation of feelings may come up, how you've transformed 6 months from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, decades from now, that you've discovered how liberating and freeing and how good it feels to be able to move into the deep recesses of the subconscious mind and the energetic biofield and express yourself confidently now, courageously and clearly every time You open your mouth to speak. You become the voice of many waters. Now notice how this relationship has transformed. Notice the difference, perhaps, in your voice as you move forward tomorrow and the next week ahead. Notice the difference it's made in your relationships with yourself as you gently acknowledge your divinity, your worthiness, your ability to speak your truth. In a moment, I'll count from 1 to 5. And when I say the number 5, you'll open your eyes to this new reality that you are light. You are worthy of speaking your truth. And you can trust the words and the sensations to flow the right time and the right way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Opening your eyes as you realize that you can simply open your mouth, your heart, and your mind and speak and trust yourself to do it with clarity, kindness, and confidence from now on. And when you come back, just take the time now to perhaps just journal and just jot down some notes of what you experienced. All of my love, all of my light. And I'm so thankful that you now see the sensation and the constellation of a reinformed subconscious, re-imprinted mind. All of the energies now in all chakra systems realign for full vibrational health and well-being, and using it so that you can express your voice, to become the voice of many waters, now and in the future. All my love, all my light, and so it is.